I want to talk about positive thoughts versus negative thoughts. Did you know that if you think negative, you will get negative? And if you think positive, you will get positive? It's amazing how many people who aren't aware of this. But it is truly a common fact that what you believe is what you receive. If you believe that you can do something, then more than likely you'll be able to. Now, I say more than likely because at the first attempt to try, it may not work, or even the second or third attempt for that matter. But this doesn't mean that you are incapable. It just means that how you may be going about it just didn't work, and that what you need to do is go about it in a different way. But if you just flat out believe that you can't do something without even trying, then 10 times out of 10 you won't be able to. Not because you are incapable, but because you don't believe enough in yourself. I'm a small business owner, and for as far back as I can remember, I wanted to own my own business. So I took a try at it once. It didn't work. A while after that, I took a try at it again, and again, it didn't work. A few years later, I took a try at it for the third time, and I am proud to say that I'm in my 4th year of being a small business owner. What did I do differently? I reevaluated my command of attack. I started looking at what I was good at, what came natural to me, and I found something that I had already been doing, but just hadn't thought would work as an actual business. But it's working. Now, one might ask, but why didn't you just do what you're doing now in the first place? And the answer is because I didn't believe. I didn't believe that anyone would pay me for this service. Plus, there were already so many other businesses out there doing the same thing on such a larger scale that how can I compete with them? Now, I'm going to tell you how I got past this negative way of thinking. 1, I stopped putting myself down. 2, I stopped believing I was incapable. And 3, I stopped looking at everyone else as competition and started competing with myself. Bottom line, I started doing me against all adversity, and believe me, adversity was there, and it's still here, but just not in the same way as 3 years ago. You have to start believing in yourself. Start looking at yourself as a team. I recognize that there are enough people out there who don't believe in me for me not to believe in myself. Enough people who are quick to find faults and wrongs within me, and enough people who would like to see me fail. Those type of people are not on your team. I used to let those people get me down to the point I fall into a state of depression. And anyone who's ever been depressed knows that depression is a very serious thing. So how did I beat this disease? I started looking at myself as a team. And I literally asked myself, who is all on my team? Who has always been there through it all, no matter my flaws, no matter my shortcomings? And not to sound religious or anything, I'm just telling you what took place with me. For you, it might be something else. But for me, my first thought was God. Yup, the Most High. The Most High has always been there for me, without judgment or ridicule. So I asked myself, if the Most High can see me as worthy, then it only makes sense that I as well see myself as being worthy. And in that instance, I had found 2 definite members on my team who had always been there with my best interests at heart. I stopped listening to the naysayers, people who don't believe enough in themselves, and I started seeking out more yaysayers, people who want it and aren't afraid to go and get it regardless of the odds. I used to think I didn't fit into this particular type of crowd, but today I recognize that I fit perfectly, and I'm telling you that you fit too. You just have to believe in you. This is mindful, and what I am telling you is that what you believe is what you will receive. If you think in a positive way, then you will get positive results. But if you think in a negative way, then you will get negative results. So stop making excuses. Excuses just burden the situation more. Start seeking out solutions, because that's what resolves the situation. If you have people around you who keep telling you that you can't do something, leave those people where they stand. I don't care who they are. Leave that person right where they are at. Don't argue with them. Don't debate with them. Don't even get upset with them. Just smile and say thanks for your input and keep it moving. We've all heard the saying, misery loves company. I don't need help with being miserable. I can do that well enough on my own. What I need help with is when I'm feeling courageous. And a miserable person can't help a person with courage. Only a courageous person can do that. Now, can a courageous person help a person who is miserable? Yes. And how do I know this? Because I used to be a miserable person. And it took me looking at other people around me, leaving the miserable circle, doing courageous things, and actually succeeding at it. I have a friend. Excuse me. I have a friend. Came home from prison after doing 2 years. When he came home broke and dependent on other people. But he had a mission to get into real estate. So he wrote up this thick pamphlet of a business plan detailed down to the penny. And he went to every bank in town, and no one would give him a dime to help start off his plan. He did this for about 2 or 3 years, going back and forth, reevaluating his business plan, and still no bank would work with him. But my friend was determined. He had learned about this thing called land contracts, where you can give a down payment to the owner and work out the balance through a number of years with the owner directly. He found someone who was willing to loan him a few $1,000s, and now almost 10 years later, my friend owns houses and apartments all over town. Who do you think I go to when I need to talk about my ideas? I don't go to someone who isn't doing anything or in the same predicament I'm in. Nope. I go to those people who are doing something. People who have made significant changes in their lives. People who don't clown or shun my ideas but give me positive feedback. People who believe in me and are on my team and want to see me win. Now, I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but it's important to know the people in your circle. Know their purpose, their reason for being there. Every now and then, evaluate yourself and the people you spend time with. The type of conversations that you hold. The things that you do when you are together. Are you growing or are you wasting time? Remember, this is your life, and it was given to you for a reason. I don't believe anyone was put on this earth as a mistake. You have a purpose, and that purpose is to be the best version of you, and only you can do that. I'm going to leave you on that note until the next time, and I'll be doing more videos on a regular basis, so be looking for them. Subscribe, like, comment, share. I appreciate your time. Peace. We out.